Hey everyone, my name's Costa.
And I'm Danielle.
And if you want to see how I achieve this beautiful makeup look, then keep on watching. So what I'm going to do first is I want to start off with cleansing the skin. I'm using these Tony Moly cleansing wipes. They are really soft on the skin, so they don't kind of dry out the skin, but they remove all the makeup that's on the skin and leave the skin feeling really nice and fresh and moisturized. And they have a really lovely scent as well. So the next step, I'm going to use the Armani Prima Glow On Moisturizing Balm and the Celestial Skin Highlighting Liquid from Kevyn Aucoin. This is a moisturizer and a primer, so it's a 2-in-1 product. I like to mix them two together, that way you can get a really nice kind of glowy look to the complexion. I kind of mix the two together. I kind of focus around from the nose, cheek area, and then blend outwards from there. So doing this step will really help the skin have that really beautiful natural glow. So when we use our foundation over the top, the skin will have that beautiful kind of lit from within glow. Next I'm going to go in with the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation in the number 6. This color is going to match up with Danielle really lovely because she's quite golden undertoned in her décolletage area. This is a beautiful kind of golden olive undertone. So I'm going to use about 2 pumps of this using my beauty blender. So I like to start from the nose and cheek area and then blend outwards from there. That way you're not applying too much product around the forehead and hairline. Also a pro tip is if you're having your hair up, always make sure that you kind of blend in a bit of the foundation over the ears as well. That way you don't kind of have different colored ears to the face. A really good tip is to always get the client or the model to always kind of stretch their skin here so you can get right around the nostril area. So we naturally get a little bit of redness coming through there. So just making sure that you kind of push that product right into that area. So what I'm doing is I'm just making sure that I kind of blend in the foundation around the forehead line with the leftover product that's on the beauty blender. You don't want to apply too much product around this area, especially with blondes, because it'll get in the hair and it will look horrible. Can I get you to close your eyes? I like to go in with the actual foundation color that I used on the face over the eyelids as kind of like a base for this particular look that I'm doing. Lightly blend the foundation down the neck. That will just help kind of make everything look really nice and blended. So I'm going to be using the Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Light Medium. I'm going to use this just underneath the eyes, just to help brighten up the under eye area and also hide the dark circles as well. Now you don't need much of this particular product, a little goes a long way. So I get the client to look up and then I kind of blend it in. So working with concealer, it always is better using kind of like a beauty sponge or a beauty blender or even just your fingers. That way you can kind of work the product and push it in and get right up to that lower lash line, making sure that you cover all that redness. Same to the other side now. Just look up for me. So next I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Skin Perfecting Micro Powder in number 2. That was a mouthful. Okay, so I'm just going to use this powder just to lightly set the under eyes. And this powder in particular, I love using on the under eyes because it's really finely milled, so it's not going to look overly powdery and cakey, but it's just going to set everything into place. I'm also going to use the Charlotte Tilbury powder that I use underneath the eyes over the face just to set, just very lightly. Because I don't want to lose too much of the glow, so I'm just going to kind of just set, just very lightly. Next I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury Filmstar Bronze and Glow. This product here has a beautiful bronzer on this side and a highlight on the other side. This is really great at giving a really nice natural contour and bronze to the skin, and the highlight is really beautiful as it's really finely milled. It's not going to accentuate any of your texture on your skin. Just swirling my brush in the bronzer side, I'm using the Wayne Goss brush. So I'm going to contour from the kind of little cartilage part of the ear on the side here, and then kind of use that as a template and then stop at the corner of the eye. Or you could kind of suck in your cheekbones and you can kind of go underneath with your thumb and find where your bone starts. You want to go right underneath that. So people like to start from here and go down to the corner of the eye. I like to start from the corner of the eye, that way I can control how far down I want the contour to go. So kind of going back and forth motions. Again, going from that part of the ear there, and going to the corner of the eye there. So the next product I'm going to use is the Elcie Cosmetics bronzer in the shade Medium. And this is just going to warm up the bronzer. What I'm going to do is I'm going to clean up the contour. I'm just going to apply just a bit of the translucent powder just underneath the contour. And this is just cleaning up the contour, and it's called technically baking these days. So this is going to help kind of chisel everything. So I'm just going to let that kind of sit on the face. So next I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury Brow Lift pencil in the shade Brooke S. So it's really lovely. It has a spoolie on one end, and then on the other side it has the actual pencil there in like a triangular tip. So I like doing a natural brow. I'm not really into doing quite strong brows. I like them looking quite natural, and Danielle here has a really great shape in her brows. So we don't need to really do much, just lightly fill them in. And then combing it through. Next I'm going to use the Dose of Colours Cream Matte Eye Colour in the shade Hit the Road. And I'm going to use this all over the eyelids, so I'm going for more of that like really beautiful monochromatic look. Kind of working it into the brush, just making sure that it's really nice and smooth. So I'm just blending this colour all over the eyelid, making sure that I pull up from the brow bone to make sure that I get right into that lash line so there's no skin colour showing. I'm applying it over the eyelids really nice and messy, because that way then I can go in with a blender brush and then blend it out. Next I'm going to use the Natasha Denona Holiday palette. It's a 5-pan palette and it's the number 1 Joya. So I'm going to use this shade here. It's like a really beautiful kind of burgundy with a bit of a shimmer through it. I'm just going to use this all over the eyes and then smoke it through the crease as well. Alright, so I'm blending it all over the eyes and just lightly into the crease as well.
And then I like to go in with like an eyebrow brush and really pretend I know what I'm doing.
So now I'm going to use the same colour that I used over the eyelids, and I'm going to smoke it through the lower lash line as well. So I'm using a really nice kind of small blending brush. It's a Sigma E36 brush. So it's really, really nice and little, so you get right into that lower lash line and kind of smoke it out. I'm going to go in with the last shade in the same palette, the shimmery shade in here. I'm just going to pop that in the inner corner as a inner corner highlight. So what I'm going to do now is I want to dust off the bake. I'm going to go in with the MAC blush in Peaches and I'm just going to apply this to the apples of the cheeks. Big smile. Highlight, I'm going to use 2 different colors from the Artist Couture collection. This is Illuminati and the shade Broadway. So Broadway is a really nice kind of rosy pink kind of shade, and I'm going to mix it in with the Illuminati shade, which is a nice kind of champagne gold. And I'm using my Morphe M438 brush. So it's a nice kind of tapered brush. So I'm applying the highlight to the tops of the cheekbones just here, and just over the Cupid's bow, because Danielle has a really beautiful Cupid's bow, so we want to just kind of accentuate that. Just a little bit on the bridge of the nose and just above the brow bone. Now I'm using the Marc Jacobs Le Marc Liquid Lip Cream in the shade Fawn Over Me. Using a Chikuhodo lip brush, just apply lips like so. Now I'm going to be using the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide Lip Pencil in the shade Naked. And I'm going to use this just to outline the lips and give the lips some definition. We're not going to be using that one anymore. So now I'm just going to fill in the lips with the lipstick. And it's looking a little bit matte at the moment, so I'm going to add a bit of a gloss over the top because I really like that kind of wet, juicy look to the lips, and it'll really kind of complement the look that we've done today. Alright, so now I'm going to use the Jouer lip topper in the shade Skinny Dip. I'm going to use it on the back of my hand and just work it in with the lip brush and then apply it to the lips. And always focus the gloss in kind of like the center part of the lip rather than on the whole kind of lip. Otherwise it can kind of bleed a little bit and it'll look like you've got kind of drool around the lips. Another lovely day in Melbourne today. So currently we're sitting in the middle of a typhoon. Wow. I'm going to go in with the Marc Jacobs mascara in Velvet Noir in the black. Kind of wiggling that in. Coming from the top and then going from underneath as well to kind of push and stretch them out. And then going to the bottom lashes now. Look up. Next, I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury black eye pencil. It's the iconic liquid eye pencil in bedroom black. Just going to use this on the waterline. So look up for me. And then look down. And I'm also going to use it on the top waterline as well. So it will give that eyeliner effect without having to do eyeliner on the top eyelid. So it gives that really beautiful kind of liquid liner effect without having to use a liner on the top eyelid. So making sure that I take the liner right into the inner corner, so it gives that smoky eyeliner effect. Okay, next I'm going to use the Toucher Dewy Skin Mist just to kind of set the skin and give that really beautiful glow to the skin. So this is the final look. We've gone for a really beautiful monochromatic eye, dewy skin, and a nice juicy nude lip. So if you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and be sure to stay tuned for more videos.